It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We are joined by certified financial planner Laura Winter to talk about retirement and all of the things that you need to know going into retirement on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning. Laura, we've covered quite a bit and we've established that there's a lot of things to take into account from a non-financial and a financial point of view. But let's say you know, a young working individual, you work hard, you save up, you invest your money to ensure a good retirement. Now, once you've reached that point of retirement, what should you be doing essentially with that money? Should you be thinking about investing that money further into something else? What would your advice as a professional be?
Absolutely. The last thing you want to do is put that money under the mattress or in an account where it's not going to earn any income. You should invest it to at least keep pace with inflation, and how much more than inflation needs to grow depends very much on your personal circumstances. Yeah. There are so many different ways to invest in different investment products, types of investments. They all have different cost structures, different tax implications, and that's where you really need to enlist the help of a qualified person who can guide you along that path about what's appropriate for you.
Yeah. So once again, I mean, you just need to talk to somebody
Exactly.
that's knowledgeable around the retirement funds and how to manage that. But I think for me as a proud father, I wouldn't want to reach the point one day where I need to rely on my kids to look after me. But that does sometimes happen. So in terms of that, making provisions, how would you approach that? And also maybe not put that pressure on your kids.
It comes back to the planning, as with most things in life. So it comes back to going to someone and establishing what can you realistically expect your resources to do for you. And if it becomes clear that you might decide to work longer or spend less, but even if you decide to do those things, your money is still not likely to last if you long lived. I think it's very important to have open and honest conversations with your family appropriately. You don't want to burden a 10-year-old with that kind of. That's a little bit
I'm
much.
getting old now.
So it's got to be appropriate, but so that you as a family are all on the same page and you can make a plan together. And if the reality is that you are going to become dependent on one of your children, the sooner they know about it, the sooner they can incorporate it into their own planning.
Make provisions for themselves.
Exactly, so that by the time that happens, they've built up a pot of money that they can draw on, and they're also used to living without that cash flow themselves. Yeah. And it's about families also thinking about it creatively. There are a lot of cultures where this idea that all generations, 3 generations, have to live completely separately. And maybe that's also not that natural. So maybe the solution that you come up with as a family is that instead of you selling your home and buying into a retirement community, instead you use some of the money to adjust or build on your child's home so that you live together and share some of your costs.
If they allow you.
If they allow you. Yes.
Listen, I would love to have more time with you. There's a lot to talk about, but just in summary, last words of advice for people thinking about retirement.
I think just to reiterate what we've said, that you need to put as much emphasis on the non-financial as the financial. When you talk about retirement, it often just comes down to the finances. Yeah. And you really need to consider all of them to make sure that your retirement is meaningful, purposeful, and fulfilling.
Right. And speak to a certified financial advisor.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That was our financial segment all about retirement. I hope that answered some of your questions and also helped you in your journey for saving up for a proper retirement one day. Right now, let's continue with your Feel Good Wednesday morning. And it seems that Harry Potter's disappearing or invisible cloak is not so far from reality.